You know what's crazy? Is ever since Diddy been locked up and this trial begun, it seemed like Diddy done aged 50 years older. How did Diddy become older looking than Ronald Isley? I don't understand that, but as of recent, I'll be sure starting to talk and he's starting to speak and it's starting to look ugly for Puff because we know Al B. Shore was a part of a lot of things, right? So in this interview, he busting it down, he's singing, he doing his R&B like he used to back in '89, nigga, and I'm talking about he telling Puff exactly how he feel about him night and day, and it's going to get worse. And at the end of the day, these won't be allegations. This will be the truth. So at the end of the day, by the time Puff make it through this situation he going through, being locked up and facing all these allegations, man, Puff gonna be old as Santa Claus, man. Puff gonna be old as Santa Claus, man. Man, I'll be sure speaking on what he been going through and things with Diddy and his medical issues and Kim Porter. We finna get into it, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's go.
You feeling good?
I am so blessed. We woke up this morning. We don't call it a comeback like LL says, right? Mm-hmm. This is updating my software. And I'm truly grateful to be here. And Roseanne.
Al, the last time you were here, you could barely walk up the step to sit down here. Barely.
You were my first interview with Cristal, right?
Yes.
When I was released from the hospital, and it was just, what an amazing journey it's been. You know, I figured, look, when you get lemons, make Arnold Palmer.
So what are you doing now? How are you getting the word out?
Well, you know, it's been an amazing journey. I get the call from my co-founder, Ms. Rachel Nordlinger. We started the Health Equity and Transplantation Coalition, and we are advocating in Congress, fighting for equal access to quality health care, just focused, and my focus, obviously, you know, standing in Congress and speaking in front of Congress, I've made it very clear. I am not here for the politics. I'm not here for the next election. I'm simply here to save lives of transplant patients. So, you know, so there's a focus there. We've had some success in Congress related to having people come across the aisle, because I made that clear. So this is a real life mission. There's no marketing in my life. Roseanne, this is the best time of my life.
You look good.
This is not, you know, there's no hustle, there's no marketing, I'm living my truth, and it's time.
So you were in that coma in 2022. You had the liver transplant, you had the tracheotomy, I mean, all that stuff that went on.
Multi-system organ failure.
Yeah.
60.
Right. Have they figured out what happened yet?
We will.
No, I mean, have the doctors medically, like, what happened to you?
Yeah,
because you just collapsed, right?
Yeah, so, you know, just mysteriously out of the blue, you know, which we do talk about in the book.
Yes,
what that,
I want to get into that.
What that process is.
Not only is Al B. Shore back and he's singing better than ever, right? And most of the singing he finna be doing about to be about Diddy. This is a whole new exclusive album where Al B. Shore finna be talking about Diddy. Did you not see the smirk on his face when he said, "You will"? When he said, "Do you know what was happening?" He said, "You will." We finna know a lot of things when it comes from Al B. Shore, and I can't say that I blame him, because at the end of the day, he been waiting for an opportunity to speak out without the threats and the worries of being harmed behind it, the consequence being behind it. Diddy locked up. Diddy can't afford to have nothing done to Al B. Shore. It's gonna come back on him at this point. You're wrong. I can tell you how I feel about tonight, indeed. He finna tell Diddy how he feel about him night and day around this motherfucker, man. I don't know what he finna do about it, but hey, man, let's go.
But yeah, so it's been quite a journey, and as I said, you know, even as it relates to writing the book, I went through almost, you know, more than a decade of being scrutinized and clowned by law enforcement, them telling me, you need some help. Sex trafficking, really? What's wrong with you? No way, you know, but not realizing that they were also working for the situation.
Because you were hinting, saying,
posting,
yeah.
I get calls, take it down or else, so on and so forth.
But this is about Diddy, so let's be clear for everybody that doesn't know.
Diddy, who's about to, his trial's about to start. Yeah, yes. They're selecting a jury.
But you were on this train years ago.
Yes, many, many years ago. I posted some information that was, you know, basically trying to save my life. And thank goodness to my ex, the wonderful Kim Porter, the late Kim Porter, who.
As you can see in the video, I'll be sure speaking about a book coming out. So he's going to be talking about specific things that he was talking about back in the past that got overlooked. Why? Because Diddy got money, Diddy got power, Diddy got influence. So Diddy became a threat to Al B. Sure at some point because they had the same baby mom. Diddy wanted her more than Al B. Sure, so he was willing to do whatever it took to keep Al B. Sure out the mix to where he controlled the situation with Kim Porter. I think Al B. Sure not only been living with the trauma he was having to endure for his personal self, but I also feel like he lived with a lot of regret and a lot of hurt, because I feel like Al B. Sure may feel like he could have did some things to where what happened to Kim, maybe he could have stopped it or prevented it, but he was living in fear. And when you living in fear, how can you save somebody else when you living in fear yourself? So right now, what we seeing from Al B. Sure, I feel like he finna speak his truth, and his truth gonna hurt a lot of people, including Diddy. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Let's go.
Kind of warned me all along the way to, just kind of watch your back, so on and so forth, and I didn't understand why.
Because of Diddy.
Basically.
Do you believe that she died of pneumonia?
Absolutely not.
Why? What evidence do you have?
She was in the best of health. We just saw each other prior to her passing. We were actually celebrating our son's new Netflix Christmas special, and she was doing just fine. In fact, we were all at the event together at Netflix in the lobby. Sean, myself, the children, all having a great time. And I'm, grabbing Sean like, what? And she's in the back going, stop, So it was a really festive opportunity just for all of us to be together, because it's nothing like the circus that's out here. So it was a lot of the stuff, came to surprise, but a lot of the stuff will be revealed and that's why I thought it would be a good idea to finally tell my story. Every network came to me, participate in so and so, but I said, listen, I have no interest in speaking about another man.
But you are in the book.
Yeah, right. But this, I will speak about where our paths cross and what's most relevant. It's something I've been trying to say for many, many years. And unfortunately, Roseanne, even with Sean being incarcerated, that's not a celebration. There's no celebration in it. First and foremost, there's way too much collateral damage, and in many, many ways. Many people's lives are affected. And in fact, a genre of music that I grew up in is ruined right now.
Al B. Sure telling the truth. It is a lot of collateral damage in this situation. A lot of people done been hurt. Diddy's allegedly caused a lot of pain and trauma, depression, mental health issues to other people because of the things he done to them, right? And Al B. Sure, I think, was another one of them people, and when he was trying to find the out back then, he was ignored. The system failed him. Like he said, the same people he tried to expose this man to was the same people that was under the Diddy umbrella. So how was what he was trying to, how him being a whistleblower, right, of a situation, do they not take heed to the situation? And because they didn't take heed, it's not only, that was Al B. Sure's way of not only helping himself, but trying to help him too. And only thing it did for him at that particular time in the past was put him in danger, bro. This man was receiving threats. This man, like I said, he had to live in fear, bro. So what makes it wrong about this? Like if this was me and I went through this with Diddy, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Fuck Puff Daddy, nigga. That would be my reaction if the nigga had did something to me. So I don't feel sorry for this nigga when other people that may have went through things with this man and became victim start speaking out against the nigga, man. Let's go.
Blaming Diddy for that?
I'm blaming this entire industry and the way it's gone. And, there's no one person that's in charge, but this level and this magnitude of a story of detriment, of diabolical, just heinous, whatever's really going on, it's unfortunate.
Is Diddy suing you or threatening to sue you?
No.
No?
I have the truth.
But one thing is, you have volunteered to testify at the trial, correct?
Not as of yet. Actually, I was subpoenaed.
Okay.
So my attorneys worked something out. So I believe when the time is right, I'm going to discuss it with my attorneys.
But you're willing to?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, I am. And again, there's no, like I said, this is not marketing for me. I'm living this life. And
So
the
let me
only
ask-
reason I wanted to tell the story, Kurt, was very specifically because I was ignored. There was the most expensive PR campaign against me to shut me down. If you actually knew what they did to me, there was a bounty on my head. There was a bunch of stuff.
So do you think specifically then that Sean Diddy Combs or people affiliated with him did something to you that caused you to have multi-organ failure?
I believe this to be the case, yes. Absolutely.
Wow.
My first time saying it.
Are you concerned that he still has power outside of incarceration?
Remember, I'm the only one who spoke up, and I'm the only one left alive. So this is not about a scared thing, It's it's just time to reveal the truth. I mean, it is what it is. I went through many, many years of scrutiny and being dragged face first on the concrete, being called delusional and things of that nature. When I said sex trafficking and all the things that I said, because my job was not, listen, I don't want to take down your business if that's what you're doing. Just stay out of my backyard. Stay out of what I'm doing. I'm focused, How did we start this, Kurt, from Mount Vernon, writing love songs, to a case, arguably bigger than OJ, in 2025. It doesn't make any sense. We're not supposed to be here. Like I said, there's no celebration in any of this.
Do you feel because you're not supposed to be here, that gives you the freedom to talk now? Because you survived?
Yes, I believe so. I believe so. Listen, my faith serves me so well. I'm in prayer every single day, multiple times a day, just saying, just let's get this right. And when you think about it, for me, I don't even wish him harm. I don't wish him, I don't want to be here. I would love for us to all be, riding in the sunset. We sold millions of records. We've affected the culture. We celebrated our genre of music that we came from, hip hop. This is supposed to be a celebration. This shouldn't be a national court case. So there's no anger with me. I don't produce anger, jealousy. That just doesn't come from me.
Listen, I can't wait to read the new memoir. It's called Do You Believe Me Now? It's out September 9th. But in the meantime, if people want to know more about transplants and organ donation, they can go to transplantsforall.com.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we're doing such amazing work. Live On New York, we're partnering with transplant organizations who are really doing the work on the ground. We have some interesting meetings. It's like, this has been such a godsend as it relates to, this is why I'm not angry at any individual. That's why.
Now, I can't even knock out Bishore, because at the end of the day, he could be rude as ever. He could say whatever he want to be. He could be very outspoken. He could be, at this moment, he could take as many shots as he want to at Diddy, because he done went through some things with this man. He has an experience with Diddy that it traumatized his life. And he's living at a point when he felt like they tried to take him out. You feel what I'm saying? For exposing the truth, right? And now we see Diddy going through certain things. So how much did he really not tell the truth and got overlooked? You see what I'm saying? So this just is a proof that the industry will turn a blind eye to benefit the people that they make money with. And they disregard those who these people may victimize. That's why, yes, when Al B. Shore said it's been a lot of collateral damage, yes, it's been a lot of collateral damage. He went through some things. Kim Porter lost her life. It's so many people that mysteriously passed away, quote unquote, from the same thing being pneumonia, right? Mysteriously, right? Don't you think that's just like a pattern that don't make any sense? You know what I'm saying? And I think over the years, Al B. Shore has had time to ponder over these situations and the people that's been involved and the things that was going on and what he saw. Keep in mind, his son is caught in the loop and the umbrella of Diddy too. So he wasn't just in fear for himself. I'm thinking that he wanted to protect his kid. He wanted to protect his baby mama too, on top of protect himself. And look how everything panned out. Kim is gone. Diddy in jail, facing a lot of allegations, including RICO. And now we see Al B. Shore speaking his truth. How y'all feel about it? Because we can't sit here and say this is all alleged, because once Al B. Shore get to talking, we know Al B. Shore was inside the whole program that Diddy strategically had placed, right? So we can no longer say once Al B. Shore get to talking that it was alleged. It's no more alleged. Al B. Shore finna tell us the truth, nigga. And I'm here for it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. It's Only Grown Folks Allowed, the only place you can come to and be grown. Grown folk conversation, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. We'll be right back at y'all, but let me know down in the comments how y'all feel about this situation about Al B. Shore speaking on P. Diddy and him having a book about to come out and him just getting ready to really, I think he finna go on like a podcast run and everything, because this is gonna be his way of pulling out the xylophone and speaking loud and clear, and we gonna be listening because we know that what he says is most likely gonna be a truth. Only Grown Folks Allowed, man. I'm out of here.